If we knew more about our sleep, what would we do differently? Would we go to bed at a consistent time or take steps to reduce interruptions to our sleep? With Sleep Score, Apple Watch measures your bedtime consistency, interruptions, and sleep duration. Then, every morning it combines these factors into an easy-to-understand score from 1 to 100. So you'll know how to take the quality of your sleep from okay to very high. Know your sleep score with Apple Watch. iPhone 11 or later required.
LinkedIn is pretty amazing at helping you grow your small business. We cannot stop your new clients from emailing you at 3 a.m. We can help you sell, market, and hire in one place. We cannot help you be in 3 places at once. And while we can't help you organize your calendar, LinkedIn can help you land more clients so you have a calendar to organize. Grow your small business on LinkedIn. Learn more at linkedin.com/smallbusiness.
Morning decisions. How about a creamy mocha frappuccino drink? Or sweet vanilla? Smooth caramel maybe? Or a white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Find Starbucks Frappuccino drinks wherever you buy your groceries.
The road to the NBA Finals ends here, with star guards setting the tone. The Cavs eye another upset, while the Knicks carry the dreams of all of New York. The Eastern Conference Finals continue on ESPN and ABC.
Zootopia 2 has come home to Disney+.
Let's go!
Get ready for a new case.
We're gonna crack this case and prove we're the greatest partners of all time!
New friends.
You are Gary the Snake. And your last name? The Snake.
Dream Team. New habitats.
Zootopia has a secret reptile population.
You can watch the record-breaking phenomenon at home.
You're clearly working at
Zootopia 2, now available on Disney Plus, rated PG.
The Eagles are going to get back on the practice field this week, and I can't wait. Welcome to the Eagles Checkdown, the fastest under 10-minute Eagles podcast there is, covering news, notes, and opinions on your favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, jointly produced by the Eagles Pin Pull Podcast Network and the STT Sports Network over on YouTube. Guys, I'm your man, Phil Stiefel, and it is Memorial Day when I'm recording this, so I'm not sure when you'll be listening to this, but on Tuesday the 26th, the first set of OTAs begin Tuesday and Wednesday. The Eagles will be back on the practice field, and I can't wait. I'm excited to see the new guys, the new offensive coordinator. So much that's going to happen as we try to get back to the ultimate goal of the Super Bowl, which we're only a little over a year removed from winning. So a couple of little things I want to talk about today. Sean Mannion spoke to the media for the first time since being hired late last week, and I haven't had a chance to record my thoughts on it. But the first thing that really stands out in the Sean Mannion press conference is just the way he sounds, okay? Sounds more intelligent, more smart, more, I'm not sure what the right word is, but like he belongs as a coach in the NFL compared to Kevin Patullo and how he would speak last year. Not that everyone has to be a professional public speaker, but he speaks with more conviction when he talks Sean Mannion. So I'm really excited for him and how he does things. Something else that really stuck out to me in his press conference. Everyone thinks that this is going to be some brand new offense, the Sean McVay offense, right? And there are going to be a lot of new parts and a lot of new moving pieces in this offense, right? And there's going to be differences, more under center, more play action, whatnot, spreading the ball out, maybe some more 12 personnel even, right? But multiple times throughout the press conference, he mentioned, basically to summarize, it is going to be a blend of the old and the new. And I've been saying this since day one. Everyone thinks that Nick Sirianni is going to all of a sudden be hands-off on the offense. It's not the case. Nick Sirianni was hands-on with Shane Steichen, with Brian Johnson, with Kevin Patullo, but also even with Kellen Moore. We all thought Kellen Moore was going to bring in a completely different thing, and it was blended. And he talked about how they're going to be blending what worked with the old with the new to make this, one cohesive unit. So I think everybody's got to understand that Nick Sirianni is still going to be a part of this offense. He did talk about Jalen Hurts and how he could do it all. He wants to do it all. He's taking in stride all these changes very well. He did highlight Eagles' first-round rookie, Mekhi Lemon, and how, he's attacking practice, so you love to hear that about the rookie. He's talked about, because he is a first-time play caller, right? We all wanted experience, at the play caller position. He says he's been prepping for this since day one, since he was a player, for this opportunity. So while the experience factor technically isn't there, he's been trying to learn, how to call plays and how coaches work. I mean, he was a backup quarterback. Backup quarterbacks do make, very good play callers and coaches typically in the NFL. So I'm really excited. I think we learned a little bit about him, and we'll learn more this week during OTAs. Vic Fangio also spoke. And first and foremost, we were just talking about how, Clint Hurt might be the guy taking over for him sooner rather than later. Vic Fangio says he's not retiring anytime soon. He contemplates it for a minute every offseason, but he thinks he's got at least 2 more years as a defense coordinator for the Eagles before he retires. Time will tell, and time will tell what happens with Clint Hurt, but that's interesting to see. A couple injured Eagles that he talked about. Jahad Campbell, he expects to be back by training camp, maybe even sooner. They have another set of, they have the mandatory OTAs, early in June. Maybe he's back by then, but definitely by training camp, which is a great sign. Jahad Campbell needs this offseason, needs the work in camp to really take over and take that next step. He talked about Jalen Carter's shoulders. He's in a much better space with those shoulders this offseason than he was last offseason, so that is a great sign because we need a healthy Jalen Carter to continue to dominate on defense. Asked about the safety position. Obviously, it's a position of concern for us Eagles fans, but he's very high on Marcus Epps, okay? And that's a good thing because, we think Epps needs to be upgraded from or whatnot, but he's very high on him. He did mention that he thinks Cooper DeJean will be the safety in base formations. Last year, Cooper DeJean was being talked about as the base outside corner in base formations. Now with Reek Woolen, you could slide him to the base safety position. So Cooper DeJean is going to continue to be that jack of all trades on the field at all times in the base formation. So I like that as well. There was other Eagles news late last week. Nolan Smith, our fourth year edge rusher, who we just picked up the 5th-year option, was arrested in Georgia because of reckless driving. He was going 135 miles an hour in a 70-mile-an-hour zone. There's going to be some kind of court case coming up here sometime this offseason. We don't know much else other than that. He has had issues behind the wheel before. And I took a lot of flack on social media for calling him out and that the Eagles, really need to make an example. Not cut him or anything like that. But there's got to be some kind of internal penalty here on Nolan Smith. He's got to be smarter. He's got to be better, especially like we know, how dangerous it is to drive fast. We've seen things, throughout the NFL and throughout sports in this scenario. But even just in the Eagles, history and lore, there have been a lot of reckless driving situations that didn't work out. And everyone says, well, he didn't hurt anybody, so it's no big deal. He got lucky that no one got hurt, right? We know Jalen Carter was involved in a situation in his college days. One of the greatest Eagles defensive linemen of all time, Jerome Brown, died in a car crash. Some of you might be too young to remember that, but I do, right? Like that was like one of my first memories of like heartbreak as a sports fan was Jerome Brown. So Nolan Smith has got to be smarter, but you got to understand that just because nothing bad happened doesn't mean there shouldn't be some kind of punishment for doing that. And I'm sure the Eagles will handle it behind closed doors, and maybe we hear a little bit about it more this week during the OTAs. Maybe some of the coaches speak on it. Not sure if Nolan Smith will be made available to the media this week because it's still a pending situation, but we'll see what happens. Guys, we'll be back. We're going to recap the first day and second day of OTAs all week long. We're getting inching closer to June 1st. We know what happens on June 1st, guys. But till then, guys, everybody have a great day. Go Birds. And bubbles up.
You may think you know McDonald's drinks, but you don't know them like this. From fruity refreshers like the Strawberry Watermelon Refresher and the Mango Pineapple Refresher with popping boba, to crafted sodas like the Sprite Berry Blast with berry-flavored Sprite topped with cold foam. Who knew ice-cold drinks could be so fire? 6 all-new drinks are here. Try them all, now at McDonald's. Refreshers contain caffeine.
Go further with the American Express Business Gold Card. Earn 3 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels when you book through AmexTravel.com. Whether your destination is a business conference or a client meeting, your purchases will help you earn more points for future trips. Experience more on your travels with Amex Business Gold. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-gold. Amex Business Gold Card. Built for business by American Express.
Expedia and Visit Scotland invite you to come experience the beauty that awaits in Scotland. The sweep of wild coastlines, quiet lochs, and untamed landscapes. Fresh cuisine that feels rooted in the land. Come experience the kind of stillness that stays with you long after you leave. Plan your Scottish escape today at expedia.com/Visit Scotland.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. You know those friends who support your preference for podcasts over music on road trips? That's the energy State Farm brings to insurance. With over 19,000 local agents, they help you find the coverage that fits your needs, so you can spend less time worrying about insurance and more time enjoying the ride. Download the State Farm app or go online at statefarm.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This episode is brought to you by Ferrero. Soccer's biggest stage is approaching, and Ferrero is making it easy to go all in. Pick any two Ferrero brands from Kinder Bueno to Ferrero Rocher, and you could win the $1 million grand prize, plus an exciting range of daily and weekly prizes. Don't miss your shot. Official rules apply. Learn more at goallinandwin.com.